Say is wow. Samsung needs an award for the most improved phone so far of the year. People, once you see the reviews on this phone, or if you do like I just did, I watched the entire Unpacked event Samsung just had, and they got a chance to show off Samsung Galaxy S20, and this is the most powerful phone on planet Earth. And I'll tell you why, because I thought the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 was the most powerful phone ever made. The link for this article will be in the description. Now, according to Phone Arena, let's get ready to rumble. Let's do a versus, and this time it will be the Galaxy S20 Ultra versus the Note 10. This is spec sizes, design, and the full comparison here. As you can see, there's a picture of both. Now, after months of leaks and rumors, the S20 series is finally here, and the Galaxy S20 Ultra is the biggest of the baddest, and this phone has changed the entire complex of phones, and I don't know if Apple will be able to compete with this. This is like everything you want in a smartphone, and everything from last year's S10 has been improved, completely improved, to say the least. Now, let's get to this comparison, and we'll start by talking about the dimensions here. On the left, you have the Note 10 Plus, and on the right, you have the S20 Ultra. And all of these S20 phones will be 5G compatible. So as you can see, the dimensions are a little different. The S20 Ultra, it will be bigger than the Note 10 Plus. These are facts in every single way, from weight all the way to dimensions. Now, the phones are very comparable, but the Ultra's display comes at 6.9 inches, 0.1 more than that of the Note Plus. So the S20's Ultra's screen has a 20:9 ratio, while the Note 10 has a 19:9 ratio, which is a little difference. But let's get to what matters, and that is the specs. So if you want to know the difference, on the left you have the S20, and on the right you have the Note 10 Plus. Now, like we said, in size, the S20 is 6.9 compared to the Note 10 Plus 6.8. They both have that dynamic AMOLED display. Screen to body ratio, the Note wins in that area, but I think that's the only department that Note wins in, because as far as features, this phone will have 120 refresh rate. Like, that's incredible, with HDR video support, scratch resistance, and every other feature that the Note 10 had. But 120 hertz refresh rate is just crazy. So let's talk about the hardware. This is where it blows the Note 10 out in every area. Now, the S20 Ultra is rocking the 865 Snapdragon. All of the S20s will have the 865 compared to the Note 855, which we know is beast mode. The 8150, 855 is something that we thought was just the best thing in the world, but compared to the 865, no, it's not. We have a new champion. And also the processor, you're looking at the octa-core 2840 compared to the octa-core 2840 Cairo that was 485 64-bit. This is a 585, so it's more beefier. As well as the GPU is a 650 compared to the 640. The RAM, they both have 12 gigabytes of RAM. This is only with the Plus, by the way, of the Note, but every S20 will be 12 gigabytes. Internal storage is another area where, as of now, as we know, the Note 10 Plus comes with 256, but this comes out of the box with Android 10. They both have Samsung One UI. The battery, 5,000 compared to 4,300. The Ultra wins in that department. They both have that quick charge USB power. And man, it's just a new sheriff in town. And there are a few major differences, like I said, that was worth noting, and that's the Snapdragon 865, which performs between 20 to 40% better than the 855. But yeah, man, this is just completely, you know, an overhaul. You know, the headphone jack is now officially gone. We know that, and I can't wait to see what the Note S20 will be like, because this is just crazy. Now the camera, there is not even any competition, because now you have 108 megapixel camera in the back. Both phones have quad cameras compared to the 12 megapixel on the Note 10 Plus. It's just a complete overhaul. The second camera is a 48 compared to the second on the Note 10 being a 12, and it's just overall better, man. The third is a 12, and the Note 10 has a 16, but come on. Autofocus. It's like a completely different phone compared to last year. And here's where it gets even better. This S20 will be able to record in 8K at 30 frames per second, 4K at 60, and you can still do 1080p full HD videos as well as 720, and 8K at 680 by 320. So 7680 by 4320. That is crazy compared to just the Note 10 having 4K at 3840 by 2160. So that will be a complete overhaul, and the front camera goes from a 10 megapixel to a 40 megapixel. Crazy. So like I said, the Galaxy Ultra is a pinless Note. Yep, even more than the S10 Plus was before, but it would be more accurate to say that it's a pinless Note 20, since comparing it to last year's Note is not entirely fair at all. So man, this is something serious. Samsung has just blew the competition out, in my opinion. I don't know how Apple will compete with this. This is just crazy, but of course the prices are crazy too. You know, this phone is starting out at $1,000 and going all the way up to like $1,500. So be prepared to spend a lot. Like this video, leave your comments, share this on Instagram, YouTube, and Bogle. Subscribe.